Greetings, I'm Demonac, and it's arena time. Well, it only gave me 2 class choices this time, and I just played Priest, so let's see if I can do better than my last Warlock run. I don't really remember what happened in my last Warlock run, but it doesn't feel like it was a good one, so try and redeem ourselves in a sense that totally doesn't involve redeeming, because redemption usually is counterproductive to a Warlock. So we've got the Crazed Alchemist, who is good and fun, but not like a giant powerhouse. Defender of Argus, who kind of is a giant powerhouse, although never quite as game-crushing as he used to be before he was nerfed. If you didn't watch during the beta, in the old days, he was a 3-3 with the same ability, which meant he was the best thing ever. Ish. One of the Arcane Golem, who I've warmed up to quite a bit, because he's a very cheap late-game finisher sort of card. Early in the game, using him would be horrible, but again, there's less likely to be anything worth killing with a 4-attack surprise early in the game. Whereas later in the game, he can come out and just, like, crush things. But, I don't know, I'm thinking I'm going to go Defender of Argus, and then try and choose a lot of cheap minions to go with the Warlockness. Maybe that's one theory. So the Acidues would go very well with that cheap minion Warlock philosophy. On the other hand, I really like the Shieldmaster, especially in the arena, and I often don't take enough defensive minions, so I'm going to take him. I'm going to sneeze. I'm going to sneeze so much it disrupts the recording. So Dread Infernal, he's big. His ability is not bad, but it's not that good. He seems better in theory than in practice most of the time. I'm going to take the Dragonling Mechanic, because she's a Yeti worth of stats, although that is also better in theory. Since Demons, that might have been good if I had taken the big guy there, but Iron for Grizzly is pretty efficient for the cost, like the stats that you get, and his taunt is useful. I'm just thinking like cheap things that fight well go well with the Warlock's ability, especially in the arena. But I'm going to take the Cult Master, I think. They do such crazy things when you use them well, but I never use them well. Now let's take the Cult Master anyway, because he can be insanely good. Ancient Watcher, again, he's very strong if you have the right things. I have no evidence. I do have a Defender of Argus. So he's not worthless, but he's not good, unless I also had about 3 more things in the deck that could either silence or grant taunt. I think that would be about the minimum. So I can't take him at this point. It's too risky. Now, the Questing Adventurer, I don't have the cheap spells yet, but I might get some. He still takes a lot of work, but I mean, if he gets going, he gets going. And I'm not that big a fan of the Ancient Mage. I mean, I don't have any damage-dealing spells yet. I might get a bunch later, but he takes a lot of work and doesn't give you a lot of stats. I'm going to try the Questing Adventurer. Who knows? At some point, I need to start getting my cheaper things that I wanted, but I guess we'll take... Cult Master's good, but I'm going to take the Razorfen Hunter. It's not actually the greatest, but it goes okay with the Cult Master. Some kind of loose, crappy logic. I'd love to take the Harvest Golem. I would have taken him out of that last bunch, but I gotta take Demon Fire because I don't have any spells that kill things yet, and I can't count on them later, so I would love to just have a deck full of Harvest Golems, but that's not gonna work. Young Priestess would go very well with my plans. Abomination, not so much. If I start getting cheaper guys, like, I really like the Abomination, but that's for a slower control-y sort of deck, and I don't think that's what I'm gonna be doing here. Shadow Flame, very interesting. I don't have any of these for my constructed deck. Because it costs 4, and you blow up a friendly minion. But whatever that minion's attack, you deal that much damage to all enemy minions, not your own. This is a rare way for the Warlock to blow up everything without blowing up his own everything. I think I have to take Shadow Flame. I think it's going to add a lot more potential options and power to my deck than these 2 cards, even though the Priestess would fit in really well. But I need to start getting cheap stuff. Okay, Corruption, it's too slow. Anything that's dangerous enough that you want to Corruption it, you want it dead sooner than Corruption's going to do it. It's going to do too much damage before the Corruption goes off. If it wasn't going to do that much damage, why are you wasting a card blowing it up? So, Fen Creeper, you're expensive. Mad Bomber, you're cheaper. I don't like your randomness, but it is strong, so we're going to take that. Each player draws 2 cards. Again, this can be used to great effect, but I'm not taking it because hopefully I'm going to be drawing more cards than my opponent. Let's keep it that way. The Wild Pyromancer is very strong. I don't have that many spells yet, though. I think I'm going to want the Sun Fury Protector. I mean, she's a croc, like a 2/3 for 2, and then her ability helps you control the board. Frostwolf Warlord would be good. I don't have any good fat yet, despite my deck already being higher casting cost than I planned. He is sort of fatter, but not really. Like, he comes out, he's going to be a 5/5 or a 6/6 for 5 mana almost all the time. So, getting him one turn sooner than him is nice. Plus, he can be huge. I think I'm going to take the Brewmaster, though. Brewmaster is pretty strong. I've already got... I've already got some battle cries that are useful. He gives you a lot of flexibility. Could get another Cold Light Oracle. I could have had 2 now for... If you got them both in your hand together and your opponent had a lot of cards in your hand, you could start blowing up their cards by pushing them over the hand size, but that's weird. Auctioneer would be awesome, but I don't have that many spells. And I don't know how many more I'm going to get. Do I need a second Shadow Flame? It's really strong. I don't know how many I need, but I guess I'm going to take it because it's really strong. You are really good, but you're going to hamper my strategy, I feel like. Time to take Sense Demons. Problem is, I might not even have enough demons in here, because I have none right now. So this is going to get me 2 1/1s in my hand, and I don't remember if they cost 0. I think they may cost 1, which would be kind of sad. I guess I'll take the Lord of the Arena, because I do need some fat, and I don't want to risk the drawback on that agent. Not in this deck. Okay, I need the cheap things. Flesh-Eating Ghoul could go well, but I'm going to take the Worgen Infiltrator because I really need to get my casting cost curve down. For the same reason, we're going to take the Leper Gnome. We're not going to take the Magma Rager ever. That's basically guaranteed. I'm sure the game will try and put together a set of cards that's so bad that I take Magma, but it hasn't happened yet. I don't have any weapons for you. I really like the Spiteful Smith. He's not going to work in this deck. I'm trying to go faster. He's slower. Like, he's less good than a Yeti for this deck. I would still take a Yeti, but I'm not taking a slow Yeti who's not much better. And not without the weapon. If I had a deck with weapons, like a champion that had a decent number of weapons, this guy's awesome. Drain Life, I need some spells to kill things with, but I find it too expensive for what it does. Like, yes, it's a 4-point swing, but it's being spread between 2 damage and 2 health to your hero. That makes it actually kind of weak. If you could target a minion to get the 2 health, that would make it much more powerful. But Hearthstone is trying to simplify gameplay. They only want you to have to make 1 choice per card ever. That's why anything that hits 2 targets is like random. It's a conscious gameplay decision. I haven't read anything about it, but you can tell there's a conscious gameplay decision. You know, battle cries or death rattles that have to choose things are random. And any card that would target 2 or more things is random because they don't want you to ever have to choose more than 1 target when playing a card. Anyway, I got derailed there, but I'm going to take the Mad Bomber. Even though I don't like them, they're powerful. Spellbreaker would be good because I could silence something, but I need to kill things, so I'm going to take Demon Fire. I'd like to get some Voidwalkers. This would be really good considering how much slower my deck is than planned, although I'm starting to get up there in the 2s. I wish this stupid graph actually just put the number of cards on here. It's not as explicit as I would like it to be. Just like when I mouse over, it should put a number on the column and say you have 6 2-cost cards, instead of making me figure it out the hard way. Try and compare, like, oh, this is 1, so 2, 3, 4... No, that's stupid. Why would you not just put a number on when you mouse over? Anyway. Summoning Portal is interesting because, again, it's not just demons, right? It's like all my minions would cost 2 less. Suddenly I'd be playing Questing Adventurer for 1. That would be a good combo with him, if I could ever get that going. All these 4-cost minions would be costing 2. I guess we'll try it, but I'm not that happy with my fighting power yet. They need to spread this stuff out. I really need both of these guys. he gives me more actual fighting power for 4. A lot of my 4-cost stuff is more utility-based. You know, she's got a lot of fighting power, kind of spread out. You know, utility. Oh, I need things with high attack or something. I need to get some power overwhelmings to go with the Shadow Flames, too. But Voidwalker, though, is such a good open. I think I might take him over the Dark Iron Dwarf, because I want to get some faster stuff. And again, when you're drawing cards, it's nice to have cheap cards you can play. Plus, he gives you that chance of getting the Voidwalker turn to Demon Fire opening, which is a very strong open most of the time. We'll try that. I wanted the Voidwalker anyway. Void Terror, not my favorite, although I do have a fair amount of stats. He would have been another good use for the Silent Watcher, or whatever, the stupid 4/5 that does nothing. He would have been good use for that. Young Priestess is strong. I think I'm going to take the Knife Juggler, though. Knife Juggler is super good. It's kind of a toss-up between these, but I like the 2-cost 3/2. He does more on his own. I don't have weapons, so he is exactly the same as him. I don't have weapons, and I don't have Murlocs, so they're exactly identical as far as I'm concerned, and I'm taking the spell that can kill a minion instead. Succubus would give me another target for all these Demon Fires, but her drawback just makes her not that good most of the time. Now, if my hand is empty, then she's fantastic, right, later on, but the Rocketeer would give me more surprise damage, which I am sorely lacking. I was going to take the Worgen Infiltrator, actually, but I don't have, like, anything that can surprise, that I can save up in my hand to kill my opponent with. I have to do it the hard way. Okay, we gotta take her, then. Flame Imp, normally I would say no, I don't like him at all, but I'm tempted because I have 3 Demon Fires. Flame Imp, Demon Fire, not a bad start. Not as good as Voidwalker Demon Fire, but, you know. I don't know. The Abusive Sergeant would be super good, though. He's good all through the game. You know, why would I take a Flame Imp over an Abusive Sergeant? That's just nuts. Sergeant all the way. You would be really good for killing my opponent. Does a lot of damage, whereas this guy doesn't do a lot of damage over time. This guy does if he's not killed as soon as he's attacked once. But I have the Voidwalker Demon Fire thing going. I could get drastically increase my chance of a good start. I'm going to take him anyway. Probably regret that one. But it's such a subtle thing that I won't actually notice it during gameplay to regret it. Drain Life is still kind of expensive for killing things. Wolf Rider is much better for killing things, actually. Wolf Rider. So, Wind Fury Harpy, I underestimate it sometimes, because, I mean, it is a creature that costs 6 and can do 8 damage to your opponent. That's pretty good. She's not as tough as you'd like, but, I mean, if you think of her as an 8/5 that gets her ass kicked if she tries to fight with minions, that's still pretty strong, but I think the Blood Imp will actually do me better. Because I can target him with Demon Fire, turn him into an actual, like, attacking minion if needed. It's not an ideal choice, but it gives me some flexibility. I'm getting near the end. This is a bonus rare. So Violet Teacher is a 3/5 for 4. That's pretty good. A 4/3 for 3 is also good and aggressive, which goes okay in my deck, but I'm thinking she's better. I do have a decent number of spells that I could turn into that. Or I could take the Master Swordsmith, who is cheap and will start buffing my other guys. I actually have a decent amount of taunt in here for once. 2 Voidwalkers, Defender of Argus, Shield Master, and the Lord of the Arena. So yeah, I've got a decent amount of taunt to protect him. And plus he's reasonably tough at 2-mana. I mean, he's not as good as a 2/3, but if you have something else out, he is. Yeah, that's a tough choice. I don't think my deck is fast enough either way. I'm kind of stumped on this. I guess I'll take the Violet Teacher, because she's bigger for the card. And it's simple as that. Well, another bonus rare. I don't like you. You're not my favorite, and I'm going for lower cost stuff, but I guess I'm going to take you, because you can still be super efficient. Bad. Stupid card. If you destroy an enemy demon, like if you're playing against another warlock in a mirror match, this is super OP, and I hate things that are like class hosers in pretty much any game. I just don't like the feel of it, and then it's pretty much crap if I'm blowing up one of my own demons for 5 health. Yeah, it's 5 health for 0 mana, but 0 mana and a card. And another card. No. Acolyte of Pain could draw me cards, although I don't have any good way to manipulate him in here. How much fat do I actually have? Rocketeer, Lord of the Arena, Stampeding Kodo. I do not have much actual fat. You know what? I'm so bad in the fat department, I'm going to have to take the Frost Elemental. You're a bad demon, but you're starting to look attractive because I have 3 Demon Fires. Play him and then Demon Fire him. That's pretty strong. On the other hand, with the Demon Fires, I could trigger the Wild Pyromancer. I don't have a lot of like the killing spells that I would like to have. He could do that. And he's cheap and fast. And he doesn't blow up one of my mana crystals. Man, I really hate his drawback. So bad. For 1 more mana, I could get a guy that had no drawback. But the thing is, his being a demon is kind of worth a point. Still feels like his drawback he didn't get enough for his drawback. I don't know. Maybe they playtested it with him being a 3/6 and he was too overpowered or something. I don't know. 3 Demon Fires. I mean, they'd make him a 5/7 taunt, which would be awesome, but no, I hate him. Screw him. I'll take the Pyromancer. And that was my final rare. I don't like this deck at all. I think I've made a bad deck. I think it was mostly not my fault. But let's see what I can do with it, because there are strong things in here. But like my Shadow Flame is usually only going to do 3 damage, basically. I don't have a lot of things that have big attack. I didn't get any Power Overwhelmings, which is it's a basic common Warlock card, which I don't know if it's basic or common. It's one of the two, which it's both surprise damage and it would combo with Shadow Flame like really well. And I got 2 of the like epic. I'm gonna keep this start. This looks good. Got Voidwalker Demon Fire combo. It's kind of a soft combo. He may not last that long, but it's worth a try. And Dragonling Mechanic at 4 is pretty strong, even though against a mage her 2/1 isn't as good. Squelch. That's interesting. I'm sure the mage will blow it up, but she might waste some effort blowing it up. 1 3 for 1 is just really good stats. It's way more expensive for her to kill this compared to other 1-cost minions. It's going to do Frostbolt it, like coin Frostbolt. That's what you'd have to do to get rid of it. Is it worth coin Frostbolt? I don't know. You could coin and play a 3/2. That is not even a 3/2. Like, that guy doesn't even win very well against this, like, naturally. This could potentially blow that up without reducing my guy down to fireball range. Now, I could also play Demon Fire on him, make him 3/5, hit for 3. She would probably hit him back bad and he'd die. I'm going to maybe save him in case she decides to destroy this guy after all. Because I really like this play, normally. If I use it to kill this, though, then he would just be a perfect Frostbolt target. At least this way he did 3 damage, and then if she has a Frostbolt, I wouldn't be surprised if she goes attack Frostbolt anyway. Because what else can she do? It's not easy to deal with the 3/5 taunt when you only have 2 mana. Frostbolt. No, she was just hoping for the Frostbolt. He's that ugly. Awesome. Well, we're not playing him now. I can draw a card and then still play him, so that's pretty cool. Let's do that. Yeah, it's fine. Now, if she has an area spell of some kind, that would do pretty well. She already used her coin, so she can't Cone of Cold me yet, and she doesn't have enough mana to Arcane Blast and do an extra point of damage to him somehow. Unless she had an Arcane Missile, I guess. Arcane Missile would have torn me to shreds. I can get out the Summoning Portal now, and if I just don't attack this guy, she might have a hard time getting rid of it before I can use it. Using the Summoning Portal would be craziness. Let's try that. So an area spell would be really good here. But if this can hold out, if this can stop him from... Because she needs... Him alone wouldn't even kill this summoning portal. I have a friggin' summoning portal unless she can do something impressive. She might want to fireball that. Which, if this drew out a fireball, that's not too bad either. Fireballs are a limited resource, unless you're some bastard who got 5 fireballs in the arena, in which case, screw you, you lucky bastard. Okay, you shot that. Okay, you did that. That's annoying. But I can do other things. So many things. Okay, I can't make him any cheaper. But I can make him automatically destroy that, which is pretty sweet. So let's do that. Oh man, turn 4 summoning portal and having it not die. Like, it was protected and everything. That is insane. The goodness that is. So I could play the Mad Bomber. He might kill that. He might waste all his damage on me. I don't know. I could play the Mad Bomber and the Imp, or I could play her and have a big army.
So many possibilities.
This guy gives me a chance to have total board control, so I'm going to try it.
Wanna blow something up?
No, no. Really? Okay, that was stupid-tarded. That was incredibly unlucky, but, I mean, I hate these guys anyway. I did have more friendly targets. I mean, the chances that it would not hit anything on her side were not that ridiculously unlikely, but I don't know. It was about 50-50 that it would do 1 damage to her. It was maybe 25% chance that it would kill this guy. I mean, it would only take 1, though, and it would have given me total board control, so I thought it was a worthwhile risk. I didn't expect it to concentrate all firepower on the Kodo. Then again, if she's killing the Kodo and not killing this, I can keep up some craziness. Oh, craziness. She's got to kill this somehow. She can't just let this stand. Got a lot of stuff out, though. Wow. Interesting. Oh, that works out perfectly. I mean, my guy will die, so it's actually not perfect, but I'll take it. Okay, I can already afford to play all of these and draw a card. So you know what? I'm going to draw a card first, in case it changes my play at all. Probably not going to change my play a lot, that's for sure.
Get in there, fight, maggot.
Get in there and fight. My army's going to be very vulnerable to area of effect stuff right now. But I'm going to do this. I don't want to play him right now because I don't think I'm worried about charge too much. I guess if she has an Argent Commander, she can kill that, but that would take all her mana and not AoE my board, so that would be okay. I'm thinking I might want to pick up the Abusive Sergeant with the Brewmaster. I really like his ability. So I'm going to do that. Or am I? Next turn I could attack with her, maybe use her to damage some minion, and then I could pick her up and recast her for 2 if this is still alive, and get another guy. Oh, that's tough.
So many possibilities.
Yeah, I'm not going to mess with that. I'm going to pick him up. May not be the best, but it allows one of these guys to kill something much larger. And it does slightly increase my damage on the table. Oh, Blizzard bad. Now I really wish I'd saved the panda, because I could have bounced her since she can't attack anyway. Okay, let's draw a card. I still have Summoning Portal craziness. Oh my god. Well, you have to do it.
Give me a quest.
If she has a Flame Strike, I'll be sad. Now, here's the question. Do I play him, which would make him survive a Flame Strike, or do I save him so I could use his ability? Well, I'm screwed if she Flame Strikes, so let's just do this. Up my whole hand. Whatever. Flame Strike would be very bad for me anyway. Yep. I'll just have to heal him by playing more cards. Unfortunately, cards are expensive now again. Oh boy, is that not the card I wanted. Yeah, he's not going to last too long. I've done a lot of damage to her, but she has all the cards now. The Blizzard Flame Strike just killed so many of my things. It'd be hard to come back. I really should have saved the panda, I guess. I wasn't thinking Blizzard for some stupid reason. I don't know.
Your magic shall not.
Ah, that sucks. It's funny, it restores him back to normal stats because, of course, his health doesn't go down. Oh well. Ow. Okay, so here's the plan. We're going to use this to kill everything. Sorry, Shieldmaster.
Pay attention, class.
I know this is a little cold, but I get a free 1/1 from her. Blow up those forces.
Quest accepted.
Attack. So I sort of have an army again. She can survive a flame strike. A fireball will leave me with very little, but she doesn't have a lot of health, and I'm still drawing 2 cards per turn easily. You have many cards. Ah, polymorph. Okay. That's all right. Oh, that's not as good. Because he's going to grow fast. I don't have a lot of cards in here for killing stuff. Although I guess most of them are left. Interesting. Show me a better card. Hey, that'll do the trick. Okay, do I have lethal? 6, 9, no lethal. So, plan B, in the absence of lethal.
Ready to ride. Face my steel. Quest accepted.
I'm tempted to save her, but I don't have any big things to put her on anyway, and at this point I need the 2/3 more than I need her, like, taunt abilities. Come on, that sheep is taunting out your Fire Blast. She only has 6 hit points left, but she has 5 cards to my none. I mean, I'm drawing more cards, but it's costing me 2 life a turn. So, I don't have to get much more damage, but she could... It wouldn't take that much for her to stop me from getting that damage. It sucks for her that you have to play this guy before him, because if he bounces this guy, then it doesn't do the damage. It just doesn't work out. I've been in that situation. It's very annoying. Okay. I only need 2 damage to win. Draw a card. Okay, that card doesn't do 2 damage, and is really annoying. Is one of the this is one of the few cards where I can't cast 2 things. On the other hand, it will stop something from attacking. And possibly kill her next turn. So, I guess I'll freeze this, obviously. And I don't have that much, like, surprise damagey sort of stuff, but
I got this.
I think I've just got to keep going for the face.
Quest accepted.
I mean, I probably should have used this to kill the knife juggler, but I don't know. Victory is so close, but I can still lose this if she can wipe out my forces. Because she's got a decent army out there.
What to do?
When this guy unfreezes, the taunt's gone. I just need some of those mage cards that kill things. Another Flame Strike would go a long way. Flame Strike, then play a minion, hope the random damage kills it. If it doesn't, use him. There are so many ways this can go wrong. Well, that's not helpful, because now she can just kill off these 2 guys. Boo! Yeah, you just have to trade these 2 guys for my 2. These 2 guys, it doesn't matter what, their attack is infinite against her hero right now. That's what I needed. That's why we pay her the big bucks. So I'm sure she didn't have a choice. It looks like she probably got shafted for single target damage cards, as I mostly did. Although I just didn't like draw any demon. I do want one demon fire at the start, I guess. So I can't say I didn't draw any. But anyway, I think she was a little bit shafted in single target burn for a mage, because she just. I'm assuming she didn't choose not to blow up my summoning portal. She just did not have a way to get rid of it, and whatever the case, it's sick to leave that thing out. Turn 4 summoning portal, still with a handful of cards, and just boom, boom, boom. So that worked out pretty well. I don't know. I think this deck is lacking in fat, and it's lacking in like the sort of theme that I was hoping for at the start. It didn't get any combos to go with the Shadow Flame, which pisses me off to no end. So, we're gonna have to see how it does next time. If you found that useful or entertaining, or if you enjoy cookies, hit the like button. And don't forget to subscribe to Demonac Games for more Hearthstone Arena and other gaming videos.